Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the First Congregational Church of Crystal Lake Sunday School. I miss seeing all you guys. I hope you're having a super fun summer and keeping cool. All summer we've been talking about compassion. And a few weeks ago, we talked about how I used to sign with my girls when they were babies. So sign language, you've probably seen it on the news lately with your grown-up. But sign language is when people who can't talk with their mouth, remember we talked about, imagine you couldn't talk? People talk with their hands then. When my girls were itty bitty babies, we would sign with them. And so before they could even talk, they could tell me they wanted more milk, please. And then they could say, all done. And they could say, thank you. And it made our lives a lot easier. I was looking up the sign for compassion. And if anyone out there knows better than me, put it in the comments. I'm totally open to this, but this is what I was able to find. For compassion, you hold up your hands and you kind of dip down your middle finger and then you kind of scratch like a cat. Compassion. And today, we're actually going to talk about empathy. And guess what? Empathy has the exact same sign as compassion. So you put your hands up and dip your middle finger down, and then you go compassion. I thought that was pretty cool. They're very close in nature, but we're going to talk about empathy today. One thing we haven't done in a while is our jelly bean prayer jar. Remember this guy? Close my eyes. What color am I going to get? I got green. I don't think we've gotten green yet. Green means we are going to pray for creation and animals. Did you say a little prayer? Creation and animals. That's lovely. Okay, now we're going to have some music and I'll be right back, okay? Enjoy. Again. That was nice. I hope you sang along too. So today we are going to read from Luke chapter 7, 11 through 17. And this is usually read with two people, but I'm here by myself right now. So you're going to watch me make myself into two people. All ready? Jesus went to a town called Nain, and his disciples and a large crowd came with him. And as he came out of the gate of the town, the man who had died was being carried out. A large crowd came alongside his mother. She was a widow, and he was beside her only son. When Jesus saw her, he had compassion for her, and he told her, "Do not weep." Then he came forward, and he touched the coffin. And the people carrying it stopped moving. And Jesus said, "Young man, listen and get up." The dead man sat up and began to speak. And Jesus gave him to his mother. The man who saw it were amazed and awed and maybe a little bit afraid. They were hushed in wonder and then began to shout, "Someone who knows God, who feels what God feels, is among us. God sees us and cares for us." And everywhere people were talking about Jesus. and what he had done. So then, let's imagine how the widow, do you know what a widow means? It's someone who lost their husband or wife, felt when Jesus felt her sadness. It's like putting yourself in someone else's place. So if you see someone getting picked on, or if you see someone who's sad, maybe you feel sad for them. That's like showing empathy. Why does it feel important to know Jesus first felt compassion and empathy for the widow before he healed her son? Can you imagine some ways empathy is powerful in our lives and relationships? I bet you have some examples too. Has there been a time that you showed empathy to someone by feeling what she or he was feeling? What about a time that someone maybe showed empathy to you? That's nice. It's easiest for us to show empathy and compassion to people who are a lot like us, and harder to show it toward people who are very different from us. I don't know. Who is someone in your life that is quite different from you? How could you show more empathy toward that person? That's a really good question for us to think on and pray on today. Who's someone that's not like you? Maybe it's someone that seems to be kind of mean, or a grumpy next door neighbor or something like that. Maybe think, what could be making them that grumpy? And understand what they're experiencing and what they're feeling. And that would be showing empathy. I think that would be awesome. So now, this is when I'd shut off the lights. Come together. We have our closing prayer. Dear God, thank you for our ability to understand others' feelings. Help us to be sensitive to the experiences of those around us, like Jesus was with the mother in our story today, so we can be compassionate and helpful to those going through difficult times. Amen. And we haven't done this in a few weeks either. Oh, it's hot. It's like Pentecost. Okay, here's our prayer candle. Let's see if I can lift it as hot. Here's our prayer candle. And it's in one place right now. And we're gonna blow it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Try again. There it goes. And there goes God's love all around us. Very nice. So your grown-up got some coloring pages in this email. I'll see if we can get them put on the comments too. And I'd love to see what you guys are able to put together. And stay cool. Take care. And oh, you know what? One sign I didn't go over. You know what this means? This is the sign for I, and this is the sign for L, and this is the sign for you. I love you. I love you. Bye-bye.